Howdy folks, Justin here. Today we're going to do a versus arena run, starting with the draft from the very beginning. We currently have quests for Assassin, Spell Sword, and Monk, so we're looking for one of those. If we don't get one of those, I kind of want to do Warrior, but for right now, in the interest of time, I need to do one of those three. Assassin, Spell Sword, and Monk. Assassin, Sorcerer, and Monk. Assassin sees a lot of play, so we're going to go ahead and choose Monk just to try something different. I feel like with Monk you can go a couple different directions that are both pretty interesting. And yeah, we're just going to see where this takes us. Okay. Curse, Eastmarch Crusader, Elixir of the Defender. So Eastmarch Crusader is the easy pick here. It replaces itself most of the time, even on turn 3. 4/2 is, respectable, so that's the pick. Okay, I think that in Arena, Giant Bat is superior to Priest of Moons in almost every single conceivable way. Murkwater Goblin's not terrible if you're going straight aggro, but Giant Bat just seems the most responsible choice. Shadow Shift, love it. Ferocious Dreg, somebody explained to me this was pronounced Dreg, so I'm pronouncing it Dreg now. Actually reasonable. I mean, I kind of like that big fat 5 toughness it has, 5 health. But, Shadow Shift so good though. I think at this point I'm going to take Shadow Shift. Might be the wrong pick, but I kind of like it. Sunhold Medic I think is the most valuable of these. I mean, the difference between this and the Dreg is of course the 3 attack. Calm, not a bad combat trick, but not one I'm really excited about either. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the Medic. Pretty disappointing pick. Bristleback Boar is exactly... I'm sorry, Bristleback Boar. That's World of Warcraft, I think. Tusk to Bristleback is what I want. Another Eastmarch Crusader seems pretty good. Piercing Javelin is great. I think Imperial Legionnaire is just more resilient and therefore probably the pick here. We need some 2-drops. Dwarven Sphere a lot better than Priest of the Moons. I'm going to take a risk, take the Sphere. Can't say no to Moonlight Werebat, that's a great card. We will take another Eastmarch Crusader, but there we go. We desperately need some 2-drops during Cut Purse. We will take the Priest of the Moons now. Rajahini Highwayman, super solid card. We don't really have any late game. I'm kind of interested in the Reaper. Our 3-drop slot is already pretty stacked, so we'll take that. We're not really a scouting patrol deck. We are more of a Varanus Courier deck. I guess we'll take that. Voracious Spriggan, not what we are enthusiastic about, but what we will take. I'll take another Courier. This is not great, right? We are pretty light on removal, currently having only 1 Piercing Javelin, so we will take the finish off. Hive Defender looks like the sort of thing we're going to need to stay competitive. Thieves Guild Recruit's great. In this case, I'm going to take the Boar, right? 2 more power for 1 more Magicka. Better top deck in the late game. Easier to curve into. I'm going to take the Bristleback. I will take the Tiger, however. I only have 3 creatures in this spot. 7 picks left. I'm going to go ahead and take Highwayman, because we're greedy. We will take the Shield Mage. We are definitely more of a Spiteful Dremora deck than a Mournhold Trader deck, although Mournhold Trader is fantastic. I think we just take the Dremora, kind of stay on theme here. We will take the Execute. Wow. I think Quinral Burglar is probably the pick. Marak is obviously hilarious, but I don't feel like it's super responsible. And Thieves' Den, I mean, we have a ton of 3-drops we'd be playing in the turn before it, but I think Quinral Burglar is just unbeatable if it connects even once. So we'll take the finish off. And, I guess we take Ransack, which sucks because I hate Ransack, but alrighty. let's rock and roll. Got our, you can see most of the list right here. My face is covering everything below Rajani Highwayman. Let's see here. So under Piercing Javelin is Spiteful Dremora, 2 Tusked Bristlebacks, 1 Quinral Burglar, 1 Ransack, 1 Tiger, 1 Reaper. Playing against 33, Azrael 33. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Playing an Archer, so probably a pretty aggressive opponent. We will keep the 1-drops, well, the 1-drop and the 1-cost removal spell. And yeah, we'll go ahead and lead and just hope he doesn't start off with a little Archer that pings it, right? Not a great hand. Arrow to the knee. There we go. At least he had to just trade straight out for it. It looks like next turn we will be just playing East March Crusader to get something onto the board. Black Sap Protector. Okay. Actually, we are going to play Highwayman instead, with the plan to then follow it up with Defender or Moonlight Werebat. Looks like instead the play is execute into something else. We will draw first. Cool. I will just lay down the Cutpurse. I was kind of tempted to put the Cutpurse over here and then Shadow Shift it over, but that seems like a waste of the potential value from that. Alright. Deshaun Avenger, Hive Defender seems like a good way to play around that. And no Prophecy, which is good for us. Quinral Burglar right on cue. We'll just lay the Hive Defender down and keep those creatures alive. Cast Out. Okay, that's pretty brutal. Not the card you would expect to see in Arena, but you can't fault anybody for running a card. You don't know what motivated them to run that card. Spiteful Dremora, not really exciting since we don't have a true drop. Oh, we kind of do. So I'm gonna wait one more turn, see if we can bait out some more removal. But I like Spiteful Dremora. And I actually thought we had magic for finish off there, so that was maybe not the best play I've ever made. Oh well. Hopefully we can ride Quinral Burglar to the end of the game. Uh-oh. Hrothgar Forge, not this again. Come on. I suppose it does give us probably a turn to develop. It's pretty good for him. You have a 0-cost card. You took the Goblin, huh? Well, we're just gonna play the Burglar and hope for the best. We can protect it next turn with a Varanus Courier to avoid damage, finish off shenanigans. There's a giant snake with, oh wow. Okay, well. Alrighty, I guess. We will lay down Moonlight Werebat and our opponent's just going for it, huh? That's interesting, right? So, what happens if we just Courier, finish off. Seems like we should be able to get our Quinroll Burglar in for a hit. It looks like we might overdraw, actually, which is not something that happens to me a lot. Tazcad, right. With Drain attached, that makes sense. So this game's over. Okay, we got 9 Magicka. Yeah, this game is over, unfortunately. Rothgar Forge, hard to beat. Tazcad, of course, hard to beat. Tazcad on curve with Drain from Rothgar Forge. Near impossible to beat. I feel like we were making all the right moves, but our opponent just had higher card quality. And there's nothing we could have done differently, I believe. Yep. Yep. I mean, we have no draws to get us out of this, so there's some combination of shackling and ransacking that's going to lead us to victory. I don't believe so. But that's alright. You can't win them all. Yeah, the only card that we could hit on Prophecy that would have saved us is Piercing Javelin, which we already have played. So Hidden Trail. It's really, I mean, I have to admit, I do get a little upset when I see a deck full of garbage cards like these 0-1 for 0 and Hidden Trail, and I lose them. But and multiple Murkwater Butchers. But I suppose that, I mean, I made a point in the early videos that I ran with showing that it's very easy to win with a straight aggro deck in Arena. You know, against an opponent who isn't curving out perfectly or running enough small removal spells. And so this is just a good example of how that works. And of course, Rothgar Forge is just insane in Arena. I appreciate them doing that for style points. That's a wrap. We will move on to our next game and hopefully do a little bit better. Okay. Jump on in. We'll bring up the deck list again so that we can take a look at that. For removal, we got 2 Finish Off, 1 Piercing Javelin, 1 Spiteful Dremora, and a Ransack. Overall, just sort of a mid-range value, sort of, oh, and an Execute, sort of a boring draft deck, but a deck full of, I think, mostly pretty solid creatures. Our only bomb is Quinroll Burglar. But I like our Highwaymen, I like our Crusaders. Let's see what happens. Playing against Skluyu. Playing Assassin. Okay. We will throw all these back. Hope for some 1 or 2 drops. We got a 2 and a 3 we can curve into. Should be pretty solid. Do our Quinroll Burglar, so at least we'll be able to hopefully drop that on 6. Crown Quartermaster. Okay. we will go ahead and drop that to oppose it. Imperial Legion, I mean, we need to keep in mind he has the dagger in hand, so if he drops a 3-power creature that we try to contest with the Imperial Legionary, it can be removed with the use of that dagger, but let's see what happens. Unfortunately, the rest of our hand is 6-drops. But there are so many 3-drops in our deck that I feel like the odds are pretty good that we draw something we can play on turn 4. And there's the Dune Smuggler. Okay. That's actually not so bad for us. We play the Legionnaire over in this lane, and we should be able to contest then both creatures, because even if he puts the dagger on one, we'll just swing into the other. Now we can be stopped, of course, by Fighter's Guild Recruit, or the 3/3 Guard with Prophecy, the green card, if he throws the dagger on it. Just Shadow Shift, okay. And it gets buffed from the Dune Smuggler. So now if he puts the dagger on the Dune Smuggler, we are not looking hot, especially with 1-drop and 3 6-drops in our hand. And there's the dagger. Okay, the Spiteful Dremora has no good targets. Okay, so we need something to help contest this. Do we go face to draw? Seems greedy, but I like it. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that. Next turn we can Spiteful Dremora and then follow it up with either Tiger or Burglar. I almost want to play Tiger first to try to bait out a Lightning Bolt. Let's see what happens. Got the old Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus Cup, circa 1988 or something like that. Interesting. Huh. Royal Sage. Ward, of course. Regenerate, charge, breakthrough. Okay. A lot of people playing a lot of RNG effects today. I wonder if the influx of Hearthstone players has anything to do with this. Well, Spiteful Dremora will answer that, which isn't super exciting, but I think is necessary. What are our alternative plays? Varanus Courier into Shadow Shift? That's pretty greedy. And something has to be done about this. Yeah, let's just do this. Obviously that was the wrong play order because he could have hit a Lightning Bolt Prophecy, but my thought was that I want to land a Quinrell Burglar without it being hit with a Lightning Bolt. This is interesting now. Giant Bat. Face. Okay. Shrieking Harpy. So they're just making a push for lethal. Execute's an interesting pickup. I kind of like... Well, I think this has to be the play. We can follow up... Well, yeah, I think this has to be the play. Yeah. Our follow-up might unfortunately just be ransack and execute. Which would start to stabilize us. Oh, there's the Leaf Lurker. Finish off's pretty good. Yep. And there's the Firebolt and a 1-drop to follow up with. Brutal Ashlander seems like the kind of card this guy would play. So, Giant Bat into finish off. Now we can go Giant Bat into Courier into execute. Where does that leave us? Nowhere good. We can do execute, finish off Giant Bat. So we would execute. We would finish off this, execute this Giant Bat into that, leave him with 5 on board, without a real good way to answer it. I think that's probably the best play though. Okay, so we go to 5. Hopefully we hit a prophecy, but I think that this game's just over. Do you have a charging pterodactyl? Wow. Okay. So that's 2 losses in a row. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I will be releasing this video, though. I haven't released an arena video in a while, and you guys wanted to see me lose. And I thought about this for a while, and I think it's a good idea because I understand the appeal of only releasing videos where you win. I know that there are some content creators for this game who've been doing just that, but it doesn't really help me to watch people just win all the time because it doesn't help me. What I need to do is see other people react. I need to see how these games go, and from both sides, you know, from the winning and the losing, and see what goes wrong. So I'm gonna make it a point to release more content where I lose, and this is gonna be front-loading that content for you all. Starting that into the Shadow Lane because next turn we're going to put something bigger down over here and we want to kind of tie him up over there. Ravenous Crocodile. You only got 1 target, Mr. Jayhawk. Yep, we'll just go Legionnaire. Swing for 2 and hope that we can break a rune and get Crusader value next turn. Oh, there's the Dune Smuggler. Would have been nice to get one of those for ourselves, but wasn't in the cards. Just go in face. Okay. What if we just shackle this? That's not really a long-term solution, though, is it? Actually, it would have been a long-term solution had I known I was going to be drawing Hive Defender, because we could have laid down the Defender to oppose it, but no such luck. That's fine, we gotta execute for that. Alright. So maybe he has... Crusaders of his own. So, like, the most powerful play you could make this turn, something like fill the lane with tokens, right? Or, that's fine. Okay. Alright. Okay. So we're either going to shackle that thing, going to Hive Defender. So we're either shackling, Thieves Guild recruiting, shackling, crusadering, or Hive Defendering recruiting. I really think Hive Defender is the best play, but we're going to play a Thieves Guild recruit just to make sure we don't have any better options. So if he has a Javelin, that's not good for us, but I think we're doing pretty well. Even Finish Off or Leaf Lurker isn't that bad. Impact Stalker. Okay. Follow up by Finish Off. Arrow to the knee. Okay. So let's just take it slow. To do that, we got a couple removal spells that we could draw into, and Courier gives us 2 chances to pull them out. Yep. Yep. Perfect. I would say we are moderately concerned that he has a spell to trigger this. That could be useful in the future. Let's see what happens here. Any trade he makes with the Paladin lets us follow up with Ransack. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. So we ransack and we throw that in there. Are we doing any shadow shifting? I feel like we should. We can't let this Paladin live, right? Or are we just too far ahead to worry about it? We don't have any other plays though if we play that. So let's... Let's move this. Just another boar. Not really pleased with that play, but I believe it gives us a number of ways to potentially kill him next turn. Nimble Ally. Okay, top card's green. No spell. So we have... Oh no, we don't have lethal. Yep. I mean, we could, depending on what he does to the Paladin, of course. But. Yep. Okay. So let's just... do this. I mean, I guess like a snake tooth necklace on the vulture would be a disaster, but alright, well at least we got one win with this deck. We're going to play one more game so that we can potentially end this run in a single video, and if not, maybe keep hope alive with another win. Hopping on in. Cool. Instant Qs tonight is pretty nice. Playing against Jebediah 34. Playing a warrior. Man after my heart. We don't want 6s and 5s yet. We don't really want this in our deck, but we will take it. Alright. We're going to play him here with the intention, the full intention, of shadow shifting it over there to kill that. You know, hopefully he's thinking, oh, I got this shadow lane on lockdown. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm about to get smoked to death. Alrighty. Not ideal. We do have Hive Defender next turn. Or Sphere. A 1-drop into a 2-drop from our opponent. Young Mammoth. Some good value. Alright, so Spiteful Dremora. Yeah, we're just going to Hive Defender. He can remove it and keep his Mammoth alive. But I was trying to think of a way to trick him into not equipping an item onto that thing if he has it, so we can Spiteful Dremora it next turn, but it doesn't seem like that's likely to happen. Okay. So, and he has an improvised weapon. Alright. So I think we have to Sphere and finish off. What is coming up next? Heavy Battle Axe. My opponent's all in. Execute is laughing at me. Poor impotent Execute. So, gosh, what are we supposed to do here? This is what we're gonna do. Man, that does not look good though. Hopefully with the Reaper we can try to clean this up next turn, but we might just be too far behind already to do anything about it. What does this do? At the start of your turn, heal another random friendly creature, followed by a silence. Go on face for 12. Can we please punish this guy for doing this? We cannot. And there's a Rift and Pillager that is +5/+5. So we have lost this game. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about this. Alright guys, well that was a really quick arena run. I wish I could tell you what happened, but I think either, I got nothing, I don't have any idea. I feel like our deck was reasonable. Them's the breaks, I suppose. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had a great day. And you're not the only one who gets totally boned in arena sometimes. This happens to all of us. Let's check out our, I'm sure, dramatic finish worthy rewards, to quote our announcer friend. 1 pack and a couple pieces of loot. Let's go open that pack real quick. See if we at least get a legendary card for our troubles. Probably a foil mud crab is about the best we deserve. Alright, I mean, this is the kind of card that when I get killed with, I get a little upset because you shouldn't be running it, but... And Elixir Conflict. Cool. Well, we got some soul shards, so that seems like a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.